Micah Frankel for Cage Minds here in the office, hard at work, about to be joined by Marquis Smith. He's going to be in action at LFA 62 next Friday night at the Bomb Factory in Dallas, Texas. How you doing, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good, good. Marquis Smith joining us. How you doing?
Good, good. I'm really good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Man, we had snow here in March. I'm a little freaked out today.
Man, seeing right now, you see the sun shining in. It's hot out here in Texas.
Man, we actually got sun shining here after it was snowing earlier today. You know that New Mexico weather.
Yeah, that
never just
the bipolar weather for sure.
So what's going on with you? How you doing?
I'm really good. I'm in camp right now for LFA 62 in Dallas, Texas next Friday. Feeling good. I'm feeling really good right now. You know, I can't complain about life at all. Every time we talk, life is good.
Nice, nice. I didn't really get to talk to you after the last fight, so back and forth. There was the slight animosity. You got to put a bow on all of it. How did that feel?
Oh, it felt great. You know what I mean? We went in and we just executed the game plan. I couldn't have done it without, you know, the preparation from my team, my coaches, and we just went out there and executed the plan every minute, every second of the fight. You know, I just kept in my corner and kept listening to my coach, and it was like playing a video game. He was just walking me through, telling me what to do, and I almost towards the end, like towards the finish, I almost caught myself brawling, and I was like, okay, hold on, be patient. And once I slowed down for a split second, I just seen every shot, and each shot I threw, I just knew, all right, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. And then the ref was like, defend yourself, and I said, well, let me just broke right now, and I did, and got him out.
You got taken down a couple times in that fight. How surprising was it to you?
I was not surprised at all. I'm never surprised anymore. Coming from the opponent that it was, I was surprised about the takedown. But at this point, I think we all know that everyone's game try to take Marquis down, which is a compliment, and I respect it. You know, not many people are gonna want to stand with me, and honestly, my striking is only improving with my coach and my team, and so I get it. But we've also been working on wrestling defense and wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So there's still so much of my game that we haven't even touched in yet. And none of the world or no one has seen so much of my game. I mean, this fight, my last fight was my first fight out of, I want to say, 8 fights with amateur and pro total that I went for a takedown and I got it. So there's still so much more that everyone has seen that I'm excited to showcase.
What was the message from the coach, from Pete Spratt, after the fight? What was the message?
As soon as I walked to the corner, he said, now you one of my fighters. Now you one of my fighters. He was like, you look so good. He said it was a good performance, and that was that. We had we were both happy with the performance, and I was happy about it. I was happy that he was so happy about it, and now the sky's the limit.
And now getting this big opportunity, LFA, was that the plan after the last fight, after the win? Was it to wait to try to get something big?
It's always the plan. It's always the plan to get bigger. And I know that not too long after that fight, I knew that LFA, we found out that LFA was going to Albuquerque. And I was like, oh, go back to home fights. So we talked about it. We got in touch with everybody at LFA. And we almost got on, but we didn't due to some, just contract stuff or whatever, the business side of it. Pretty much, we didn't get a fight. And then I was originally supposed to be fighting March 3rd here in San Antonio for an organization, and I had 2 opponents pull out from that fight. So I've been in camp for about 2 months now, and after those 2 opponents pulled out, Coach Pete, messaged me and said, hey, LFA is a go. And it was always the plan B because we knew of it. We were just waiting to see if they would take the fight if all fails. And against an undefeated opponent. And what's new? what's new, being the underdog, everyone like, oh my gosh, an undefeated opponent. But to me, it's just another fight. I literally have fought tough opposition every fight. I'm loving it. I enjoy it.
Undefeated opponent, 4-0, 3 finishes. They're all submissions.
Yes.
How do you size up this matchup?
I size this matchup as he's gonna try to bum rush in and go for the takedown and try to play his game. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu up there in Dallas. He's the hometown guy. So I'm trying, and I'm going to try my best not to let it go to the judges' scorecard because you just never know. But I just feel that matchup-wise, the styles are perfect. The styles are perfect, and I feel like the fight really leans towards our.
It doesn't get tiresome, this perpetual underdog, the perpetual opponent for the hometown guy?
You know, I've actually learned to embrace the underdog role. I feel, I have enough people and the right people around me to always keep me humble and headed, and no one's ever gonna let me get bigger than what I am or with the people around me. But I enjoy being the underdog because I train with a chip on my shoulder. Every run I'm running with a chip on my shoulder. I'm like, if he's running 4 miles today, I'm gonna run 5. If he's hitting pads for 15 minutes, I'm gonna go 30 minutes, no break. Like I'm just that competitive. So the underdog role I enjoy. Not saying that if I was the favorite in a fight that I'm not gonna train just as hard. I'm always gonna train hard, but the underdog role I love grinding, 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 and then everybody say, "Who's this kid?" the day after the fight, because that's what I love. I love that next day that people are like, "Where did he come from? What is he doing?" And we're not gonna let our guy fight him.
Has it taken time to embrace that feeling, or was it pretty natural as, man, I feel like this is like the fifth or something you're in this position?
I At first I couldn't embrace it because I was like, why? When I was fighting in Dallas a lot, I would be fighting hometown guys, and I'm like, man, like I would hear my little group of family that was there, and I know that I have family watching at home, but it's not the same knowing that you have thousands of people, cheering against you, and the crowd never gets to me, but it's more, I just know that a crowd plays in the favor of judges' scorecards. I know that I'm the B side, just being on the B side. It's something that you just gotta embrace, and it's taken a while, but I finally got to the point where I just keep my mouth shut, go in there, do my job, and listen to my coaches.
And even like a fight like the last one, going back to that one real quick, with you not training here anymore, training living in San Antonio, did you have that kind of people not knowing that you grew up here kind of interaction from that last
Oh,
fight here? Like, oh no, no, this is home for me.
only if you knew. When I was walking out to the cage, I heard so many people boo. I heard there were a few guys that were like, "You suck, you suck," and my friends and family that were in the crowd, after the fight, they were like, there were so many people booing you next to us, and that we had to tell them that you're from here. They said that they weren't going for you because you're from Texas, and we had to tell them that you were from here. Then they started cheering for you. So yeah, it was different. I was like, I'm from here. I was born here. My family's here. My kids here. But people don't care to listen to that part of the story. They just they just see what's on paper and they go from there. And I guess next time I know to come out with a Zia flag, I'll get loved there. But everybody loved me after, so I can't complain.
And now talking about when you return to the gym, what was the next thought, the next aspect of where you wanted to take your game? What you want to kick up to the next level?
I was in the gym that Monday. I think I took one. We flew back Saturday. I slept. I ate good. As soon as I landed, I went to my favorite burger joint, and I rested the weekend. That Monday, we were back at it, and just all around evolving in my period. I feel like I'm still, working with Pete Spratt, working with Rodrigo Pinero, BJJ, and the professors I have. I just always feel that I could improve in every area of my game. So that Monday I was back to training. Like if I had a fight coming up, ready to, get better in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, everything. So I'm never perfect. I never will be, especially in this sport. So the game plan is always just to get better by 1% every day.
Well, where are you expecting to showcase the most improvement come fight night?
Of course, wrestling defense, cage defense, and a whole new arsenal to the offense.
And as you're taking these progressions up in the challenges and the opponents, are you doing more studying, more game planning? Has any of that changed?
Honestly, I stopped studying as much as I used to. Like I stopped studying maybe my second pro fight. When I get an opponent's name, my coach, when I get an opponent's name, I'll watch him maybe once, but I don't become infatuated. Because when I was younger, I would sit there just watching film, and I'm like, okay, he does this, he does this, he does this, and then when I would get out there in the fight, just like I just said, they're evolving also. So they're not going to be the same fighter that you just watch them fight. Some guys, have tendencies that they'll keep forever, so I pay attention to those, but I don't pay attention to every little move because I know that things are going to change. So as far as film, I watch as soon as I get the opponent's name, and coach is like, "Hey, check this guy out. Tell me what you think." I check him out. I'm like, "Let's do it." Tell him to send the contract. Let's go get it. And game plan wise, I have masterminds in my corner, so I don't even have the game plan. My coaches just make sure that our job is to train, stay healthy, make weight, and the game planning is just to listen to them. They got all the answers, and it's like playing a video game.
And then everybody was also from the last fight. You went to the scale, made the weight fine, staying to that commitment of staying lighter.
Yes, yes. Fights at 125 again, so definitely always staying light, and that's another part into always training and staying active is that I got to keep my weight low now. But weight cuts are always good. Um, they're never fun. I haven't ate pasta. Like I remember my last opponent at the press conference was like, I'm eating good still. How are you feeling? And at that time, I wasn't even eating. I was barely eating. I was eating like a rabbit. And I was like, man, like this guy's eating pizza still, and I'm over here eating kale salads and things like that. So the weight cut's never fun, but it's a part of the job. And I'm a decently big 125er, so I just gotta pay the balls. I mean, pay the cost of the balls.
So have you started to learn some more though? What works for your body? What kind of foods are getting more of your system and your process down?
Yes, yes, most definitely. This week we were just actually just a few days ago, my coaches and I were talking about that, about just keeping everything. Don't change anything from the last camp. Everything was perfect last camp. Energy, strength, everything was perfect to where they were like, no need to change anything that we did before. Let's keep it that way and keep water flushing you out. And come next week, make weight, eat good on fight night.
Heading into this one against Victor, did you know about him? Had you seen his name before being also fighting there in Texas?
No, surprisingly, I never heard of this dude. I'm usually really good at keeping up with like the local scene and regional scene to where I got eyes on future opponents and things like that. But he was one guy that I never really heard of. And when I did look him up, I think he's ranked for 3 in the Texas like pound for pound tapology thing, whatever that is. So and I was like, all right, cool. Like he's pretty solid. And then, I went further research and I said, okay, like let's get it. Let's have a fun fight. But no, I really never heard of him. I watched a few of his fights, and they are what they are. So
And from what you are, from the kind of fighter you are, where's the advantages? What do you bring to the table?
I feel that I'm gonna be stronger. I feel like I'm gonna be more athletic, faster, and stronger. Um, I just feel like I'm gonna be the all around better athlete. He's probably gonna be tough. Everyone's tough, and he's gonna come forward. I see that he comes forward a lot. He has like a little unorthodox way of moving, but so do I. So uh, the thing is that, and I'm gonna say it like I said it before, I could always find teammates to mirror my opponents because they're, I'm not gonna say basic, but they're not doing anything that you can't see in every room. And I feel like sometimes my movement and my speed is something that my opponents can't bring in and figure out. So if you don't have someone fast hands wise or fast on the feet and things like that, or explosive, it's gonna be tough for you to get ready. All you're gonna have to do is, let's slow him down, let's push him to the fence, let's take him down. That's their game plan now. So we're figuring out everyone else's game plan while they're still trying to figure out what we got up our sleeve, because working with Coach Pete, the game's evolving, and they still don't know.
He's 4-0. You're getting a shot at LFA. Talk about the opportunity and how you want to go out there and seize it.
To me, it's my biggest job interview. Even though the lights, the cameras, all that stuff is nothing to me. Just knowing that all the big heads at LFA are going to be there cage side and watching, and the fact that they even know who I am means a lot to me, because I forgot what year it was. It was when Demasio Page fought Brian Hall for the legacy title, and Chino fought Rafael Defrates. That night, I was working the cage door, and I was nobody. I only had one amateur fight to my name, and I was just working the door. And I just remember saying, I'm gonna be here one day. I'm gonna be here one day. And now we're here, and now they know my name. Now they know me as a fighter and not the cage door guy. So it's a whole different level now. I remember shaking Pat Militich's hand as the cage door guy. Now when I see him, he's going to be asking me questions because I'm going to be fighting. It's not a stage that I'm not ready for, because this is what we've been grinding for years for. This is what we've been wanting. So for me, it's a big job interview. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna capitalize on the opportunity, and there won't be the last time that my name is in a LFA poster. That's for sure.
Awesome, awesome. We've been talking a lot about fighting. Have you had any time to relax during camp?
I actually had, in last weekend, my daughter came into town, and we celebrated her birthday. Her birthday was yesterday, but we celebrated early, and it was a good downtime. My teammates actually fought that weekend, so I actually had the weekend off from training, so it was good. We just went around, had fun, we ate good. Um, got to eat a little bit of cake, got to eat some chicken wings, just got to eat good. Weight was good, everything's good. So it was nice. It was a good refresh button to go ahead and get and finish camp strong now. So that was my downtime. And after this one, I'll actually probably for real take time off, maybe a day or two, as long as my body's feeling good, and then get right back to it and see what's next.
Awesome, awesome. Marquis Smith, can't wait to see you in action. LFA 62. Before we let you go, can you tell everybody how they can keep up with you on social media?
Instagram is qsmith __, and that's the best. That's the best. Social media to keep up with me, keep up with fight news. Everyone that's watching sees the Facebook. It's Marquis Smith. I'm the good-looking chocolate guy when you're in the searching poll, with the curly hair, the good hair. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting funny stuff. I think I post more memes than I post anything else, so check me out.
And last but not least, anybody else that you need to thank or shout out to?
I just want to thank my coaches, my team, my family, and always gotta show love to my baby, my daughter, my why, my reason on why I go so hard. So I just want to say thank you for having me as always, and let's get it. March 22nd, Dallas, Texas.
Awesome. Marquis, as always, thank you for the time.
Thank you.